Have you ever wanted to build your own custom GPT agent, but you didn't know where to start? It can be intimidating staring at a blank sheet of paper, and it can be frustrating when your agent is not doing what you expect. No worries, you're in the right place. I'm Hannah, and I'm going to be walking you through GPT Agent Build 101, brought to you by Medusaas. This is a companion piece to our blog piece located on the Medusaas website. This explainer video will cover the contents of the GPT Agent Build blog and provide examples of completed work for each step. If you want to print out these instructions, we've included a link to our blog in the description. Over the last 6 months, Medusaas has been experimenting with custom GPT agent creation, and we've come up with a script that we think works pretty well. Now we're sharing that with you, our viewers. The format of this explainer video is as follows. The top of your screen is the GPT build instruction section, the left is the template prompt, and the right is the actual input we use to create our agent. You can pause this video at any time to read our full input prompt. Our end goal is to create an executive assistant to the CEO of Medusaas. This agent will assist our CEO by writing letters and interacting with other CEOs, business leaders, founders, grant-making organizations, subject matter experts, and colleagues. With that, let's get started. Start by telling your GPT what its job, mission, or role in life is. As crazy as this sounds, it's really helpful if you think about the GPT as a fellow human to whom you're giving instructions. If you're creating a custom GPT to perform a specific role in your organization, it's beneficial to have a job description on hand. This will help you prepare quality instructions. Next, your GPT needs to meet its team. In this section, we're going to instruct the GPT on the types of users and personas it will be interacting with and supporting. If you want your GPT to have a specific name, you can instruct it with the prompt here. Otherwise, it will come up with name suggestions for you. If you want your GPT to have a specific logo, you'll need to have that file handy for upload. Otherwise, like the name previously, ChatGPT will attempt to create a logo for you. Moving on to experience and education. Continue to think of this GPT as a person. If you were hiring a person to do this job, what education level and job experience would you expect that person to have? For example, high school, college graduate, postgrad, or 10, 20, or 30 years of job experience. Next, describe the types of information you expect the GPT to know. For example, information from the internet, certification and standards, custom data sets, or bespoke uploaded knowledge. To the left, you'll see we've included multiple files which describe the entirety of our company and our mission. We've also instructed the GPT to only gather information about our founder and our company from the custom data set listed here. Time to dial in the tone. You can adjust the conversational tone of your GPT agent to reflect the users and personas who will be engaging with it. For example, serious, professional, casual, funny, sarcastic, or witty. You can combine 2 or more of these attributes to fine-tune the conversational tone. Next, fine-tune the complexity of the GPT answers to match the users and personas who will be engaging with the GPT agent. Examples are expert, novice, and explain it like I'm a 5-year-old. At Medusaas, we'd like to have a general set of expected behaviors for every GPT agent we create. This set of instructions goes in every GPT agent to drive the consistency of our user experience. You can use these general expected behaviors in your custom GPT agent instructions, or you can create your own. Next, we have GPT-specific behaviors, which are unique to the GPT agent we're currently creating. These behaviors are also specific to the task, activity, or outcome we're trying to achieve with the GPT agent. You can use the specific expected behaviors prompt here, or you can create your own. If the GPT agent you're developing doesn't need any specific expected behaviors, then you can skip this step. In our case, this logic will be embedded in our starter question response instructions coming up next. Hang in there, folks. We're halfway through the build and it's about to get dense. Next, we're on to starter questions. Starter questions appear on the main chat screen of your GPT agent. We've added a screenshot here on the left. These questions are not mandatory. That said, if your GPT is designed to perform specific actions rather than just answering questions, having these starter questions to prompt the user is very helpful. For our first starter question, we want our GPT to gather information from the user, which will improve its responses on the task. The GPT can suggest a preference of uploading a document or typing in the information. You should also include instructions for the GPT if the user does not have the information required. We like our GPT agents to work hard, so we don't have to. For this reason, we add response logic for each starter question. Again, this is not required, but if you're looking to get better output on complicated tasks, this will improve your results. Use these or create your own. You'll need to repeat this for each starter question that needs response logic. Remember to number your questions and logic. This way, the GPT knows to pair the question with its matching response logic. If you're using your GPT agent to complete a deliverable, just like in the real world, it may take multiple review cycles and iterations. You can insert this process logic into the GPT instructions to accommodate those feedback loops. If your GPT agent is not completing an iterative process, you can skip this step. If your user needs additional training or instructions, once the chat process is completed, add one of these prompts. If training and instruction are not required, you can skip this step. Phew, that part is done. Let's bring this all together in ChatGPT and see how the final Medusaas Executive Assistant agent works. Starting with the GPT agent main chat screen, you can see our uploaded logo, the name of our GPT agent, and description. Below is the starter question, write an email. So we're going to click on write an email and see what happens. And now, the response that the GPT agent gives us. You can see the agent has replicated the instructions from our build, and it is now gathering information from the user. You may be thinking, that's a lot of questions. That's going to take a long time to type, but stand by. Our desire was to put in the shortest possible prompts and get the most accurate, relevant, and personalized output possible. You can see here, it only takes a few lines of information. It's as simple as entering the number and the answer to the question. For the pick all that apply questions, you only have to enter the letters. Here's the actual output from the Medusaas Executive Assistant. We're going to blow this up and pick it apart in just a minute. But first, a quick note. It took a bit of work to get ChatGPT to understand that the user could pick multiple options from a pick list, and also that all options picked needed to be included in the response. The instructions included in this video are the end result of tweaking the language so that ChatGPT understood what the task was and to provide the correct output. You can certainly modify the response handling instructions given in our template, but be warned, it may not work. ChatGPT is sassy like that. All right, moving on to the details. You can see here in red where the agent response is mapped to the prompt number. The mapping is pretty straightforward, so we won't unpack that. If you want to pause here and give it a read, feel free. I will now bring your attention to the middle of the email, which talks a bit about Medusaas. This section is pulling from the custom knowledge we uploaded when building the agent. If we want the agent to provide additional background information about Medusaas, we just need to include that in our prompt. For example, we can answer number 4 with, please include a brief overview of our member services, and it will pull a response from our custom knowledge. Coming to the last section of this video, we present course correction and refinement instructions. This will be quick. We're on the home stretch. Sometimes, like humans, GPT agents become forgetful with age. If you feel like your GPT is losing sight of its mission, drop a remember who you are prompt in your chat. Next, use custom instructions to make the GPT language output sound more like yourself. For instance, Dear ChatGPT, for the love of everything holy, please do not use the word delve. And if you really know me, you would put an exclamation point at the end of every third sentence, because I'm extra like that. Final thoughts. First, test early and often. ChatGPT gives you a sandbox to test your GPT agent in, and it sits alongside your configuration panel. Use it. Test smaller pieces of the functionality as you go. Otherwise, you'll get to the end of the full build. You'll get a response you don't like, and you won't know what part of the instructions you need to adjust. Next, test end-to-end. Make sure you test the full functionality of your agent, end-to-end, using a few different scenarios. Repeat this for each starter question you have. Last, update your agent with new information. You can always update your agent if you have new information that comes in, or you want to give it new custom knowledge. It's cool like that. We hope you found this explainer video useful. Please let us know, what kind of GPT agent are you building? For more AI 101 tools and templates, visit us at medusaas.org.